Wow, so many people don't know about this. The thumbnail, that's the picture that represents your course on Udemy. So when people go to the search function and so on, there's a picture there. What people do is struggle with that, and they have real problems creating one. I'm certainly one of those people because I'm absolutely useless at drawings or creating graphics and so on and so forth. Yet hopefully you'll notice mine look quite good, and I do it a secret way. And it isn't really a secret, but nobody knows about it. I suppose that makes it a secret. Let me explain first of all that, as I mentioned a couple of times, Udemy have tons and tons of data on what works and what doesn't work. And one of the things that they have is they've done lots of tests on thumbnails. What thumbnails, when people click on them, when people see them, what results in sales. And they've got lots of data what works and what doesn't work, and obviously they're refining that all the time. So if you write to Udemy, once you've got your course partly uploaded, and ask them nicely, they will do the thumbnail for you for free, and that's what I do. And the thumbnail you'll see on this course shortly, or originally, and my other thumbnails mostly have been done by them, and I'm in the process of changing the others. So they'll do that for free. You just email them, and they'll get it done for you. It takes, in my experience, 2 or 3 days. The people that they use internally, they're absolutely brilliant artists and so on, but they're not just creating something, because I've seen people have used this, I don't like what they've done. Don't matter. It doesn't matter at all whether you like it, love it, hate it, whatever. The fact of the matter is that, generally speaking, the thumbnail that they will create for you is one that will work really, really well for you based on lots of data. You can always, they send you a copy as well, so you can change it at any time. But when I talk all the time about testing and so on and so forth, here's a test that you can't run all sorts of tests across thousands of courses and what thumbnails work and so on. What you can see is the end result. If you don't like it, you can change it, but I really wouldn't unless you've tried several weeks. Then try something else of your own, and then see which affects the sales. One thing that seems to be quite important from the results that I understand so far, and again, this is me from peripheral information, I don't talk for Udemy obviously, is that graphics that are eye-catching and relatively little text seem to work much better. And that's quite interesting, because it's very difficult to put a large amount of text on there. Now, I'm experimenting with that at the moment, as you can see, and so far from what I can see, that works. Now, in some cases, like my YouTube course, it is essential, because you can't really show a YouTube graphic and show what really happens. So the YouTube showing how I make several thousand a month and so on, that has to have text in, so that's an exception. But the graphic still is eye-catching, the man there and so on. Photography and the other courses you can see are quite straightforward. So they will do a thumbnail for you. They'll do it in 2 or 3 working days, I should say, 2 or 3 days. Very easy to do, very quick, costs you nothing, always good, and very, very effective. So you just email to Udemy and they will do that for you. Nice and free. We like free.